Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch a typical chilly fall morning here in the Ozarks. A little tired today. Was out late last night, early this morning doing some training with some folks. Good training, but tired. So the Hurricane Milton is expected to make landfall this evening sometime, and it is expected now to be a category 4 when it makes landfall. Originally they were saying a 3, now they've upgraded it to a 4. This is gonna be devastating, and if you are in the path of this storm, I hope you're ready. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, if you're in the path of this storm, I don't know that there's much more you can do to prepare, as in going out to get things, because from everything I'm hearing, it's all gone, which is a perfectly good reason why we should prepare. All right, shifting gears. I'm going to show you a video here in just a moment. It's a little disturbing to some people. Some of you are going to find it disturbing. Maybe if you have children or something, you know, there's no nudity or cussing or blood and gore. It's just disturbing, and it's violent, and you may not want them to see it. So I'm just giving you a fair warning. I've said for a long time, the biggest issue that we face, the worst, the thing that directly affects us the most right now is all this illegal immigration that's poured into this country, the tens of millions. And it's getting bad. I mean, we know that. There was a video, you know, all this talk about eating cats and dogs, and, you know, now they tried to sue or press criminal charges against Trump and J.D. Vance for saying that, and, you know, oh no, that's not happening. Well, there was a video released just a few days. That's not the one I'm going to show you. But there was a video at an apartment complex where a Haitian had a big machete and he was butchering up, looked like a dog, in the backyard. And that's as sad and horrific as that is. It's really kind of pales in comparison to the things that's really going on and what the capability, potential for all of this is. It's not racial. It's not anything like that. It's just the fact that you've got millions of people pouring into this country from third world countries that don't share the same values, that they don't even have the same, you know, perspective on human life as you and I do. And they don't care, many of them. A lot of them have no interest in assimilating into American culture or anything. And we're watching violence skyrocket. We're watching these third world gangs come in and cause violence. There's just almost every day. There's every day now you're seeing in the news where different cities have arrested, you know, illegal gang members and stuff. There's now been 2 accounts in the last week or so of Muslim people being arrested because on a suspicion of possible violent act against, you know, basically like a terrorist attack. It could possibly be that these are false flags. I'll admit that. But the fact is that these illegals poured in, it's bad. And I have been talking to our own real world group here, you know, our tribe, as I have been to you, that we have to be preparing for this, that there are going to be things that that we've never seen. Maybe some of you that's been in certain third world countries, maybe you've seen it, but the average American has never seen it, and has really no comprehension. I mean, you can tell them about it, but they just can't wrap their head around what the level of depravity that we're facing. Just this past week, I was talking to some of our guys here locally about, again, bringing the subject up again, that it's going to get to the point that we're not going to be able to go out as individuals. We're going to have to only be going out in groups, that women will need escorts wherever they go. It used to be that way on this planet pretty much everywhere, that a woman couldn't go out without an escort because people did horrible things to them. And that's the video that I want to show you here. This is, I believe this is in Spain. I could be wrong on that, but the information I got was that this is in Spain. And the video pretty much speaks for itself. I don't know all the details. I don't know why, and I don't care. It doesn't matter. But here's the video, and as you can see, it looks like it's at a train depot, train station. I cut the audio out of it, but because it's in it's in Spanish. But obviously, you can see a native Spanish woman, yes, you can say it. It's a native white woman from Spain is being brutally attacked by a group of what appears to be North African migrants. No one's doing anything. No one's there to stop it. I don't know the outcome. I don't know why, like I said. None of that honestly matters to me as much as just what you can see is happening. This right here is going to become commonplace. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm not trying to terrify you. Nothing. I'm just letting you know this is what's going to happen. If you do research, if you've talked to anyone that's ever gone to some of these third world countries, they will tell you this kind of stuff is normal. It's commonplace. I've spoken to the people that's been in some of the most awful countries, those countries that the immigrants are coming from, the illegals are coming from, and they've told stories that there's no way I could repeat on this channel, and I believe them to be true because I've heard similar stories from other people. This is what America is facing. It's what America is already facing and has already dealt with in some areas, and it's becoming more and more commonplace. And when you look at the sheer numbers that's coming across, I mean, it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. You know, we're getting easily into the area of around 10% now, or more maybe, of our population are illegals. I mean, 10 to 15% of our population. That's an astronomical amount. I mean, especially when you consider only 3% of the colonists rose up against Britain during the Revolutionary War. 10-15% is an extremely high number, and who knows how high that number really is. I've seen estimates that put it even higher than that, but I guess I'm trying to be a little conservative here. But it's happening everywhere. We're seeing, I've gotten so many reports over the last several weeks of illegals popping up in areas that people just don't expect to see them because they're small little rural towns or little suburbs, and they're not expecting to see a van load, bus load, an apartment house full or whatever. But it is happening, and you absolutely have to be preparing for this, to the point that, what are you going to do with your wife? She may get to a point she cannot go out out the house by herself. I mean, that's going to be tough for all of these, strong, independent women type. May get a dose of the real world. America has been protected, has been sheltered in a lot of ways from what humans are really capable of. And it's quite possible that America is going to start seeing firsthand, like in their front yard, at their doorstep, in their town, in their community, of what reality can be like. Children not going to be safe. Even men probably not going to be safe by themselves. Need to be armed. Need to go out in groups. You need to have a plan. What's your evacuation plan? If you're going grocery shopping, all the different exit points, how to get out, exactly know where your car is, how to get there. Do you have a plan on who runs for the car and who stays back to defend? Whatever it is, whatever your plan is, do you know it? Because stuff like you saw in that video are happening more and more commonplace. Just random violence. I mean, how many of you have seen videos in the last few months of, some little old lady walking down the street doing nothing, and some, illegal or whatever comes up behind her and smacks her upside the head, knocks her down. I've seen several of that kind of stuff, or a woman or an elderly man. There was one just the other day in Europe again. Just because it's in Europe doesn't mean it's not going to happen here, because we're getting way more illegals than they are. But husband and wife, you probably saw it, with their child in a little stroller. Illegal comes up and just smacks the snot out of the kid. Of course, yes, the reaction, the husband could have been definitely more protective and actually, defended the family instead of grabbing the child and run. But either way, he still, I mean, not the best reaction. Let's just put it that way. The point is, though, is that this is happening. There was that one a few months ago, some park, I believe it was in Germany, a bunch of children playing. And someone from North Africa just shows up, pulls out a knife, and starts running around stabbing children and left. This is beyond most people's imagination. I mean, even the criminal elements in the United States wouldn't be capable of this kind of stuff. And this is what's flooding the American streets. And I know we're really focused on the hurricanes right now, as we should. But this issue, because I have a feeling once the initial shock and recovery of the hurricanes is over, those areas are probably going to be flooded with a bunch of illegals, because they got to rebuild the area, right? This is a huge issue. Y'all need to be getting prepared for it. No joke. You need to be getting your houses in order and preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.